This is not a vlog about what I did today. It is an experimental, creative expression that captures and transmits the place inside from which I live. I am who I am, not what I do. Doing is something that can happen naturally when I allow myself to rest, to feel, to be, and to flow as I feel called to, not because I am required to in order to justify or explain my existence. If I never do anything again, I am loved. It's also very unlikely that I will never do anything again. Just ask my bladder. Doing that is natural cannot be prevented, nor can it be forced. Just as it is when we need to use the bathroom, such is life with everything we do. Before we learn to do without listening to our own being. Doing that is natural cannot be prevented, nor can it be forced. It's just like when we need to use the bathroom. We feel it and we go. Such is life with everything we do. Before we learn to do without listening to our own being, as we're socialized. This vlog is my way of sharing with you my returning to the way of living that has always been and is natural for me. To stop and listen and wait for further instructions, even if they never come. And they always come when I am okay with them not coming. Movement arises from the now when I give myself the time and space to stop in it for a moment. Movement arises from the now when I give myself the time and space to stop for a moment, in the moment, this moment. I was told I need to plan for a future that never comes, and that the best times are already behind me. That's enough. I am the next generation, a new wave of consciousness, born to live exactly as I choose and remind others that they can do the same. That it's okay to simply exist and unfold in the undeniable way that each and every one of us has inside that is uniquely ours. But what if I fail? You are loved even if you fail. What if I go broke? You are loved even if you have no money. What if I don't know what to do? You are allowed to not know what to do. You don't have to do anything to authorize yourself, your existence. What is happening right now? Who have you become? What might it be like to relax into yourself and trust your internal guidance system more than you trust what anyone has ever told you that you should be doing? Take care, rest, be, feel, experience, flow, appreciation. Take care, rest, be, feel, experience, flow, or wonder. Flow is to not know the outcome of what we are doing and to somehow figure it out spontaneously as we go along, and to forget that there is anything other than the mysterious, playful, unfolding experience of creation. This is not a vlog about what I did today. It is experimental, creative expression that captures and transmits the place inside from which I live. I am who I am, not what I do, and yet it is done. There is nothing to do, and yet everything gets done. So I invite us now to find a comfortable way of perhaps sitting so that we can be in presence in this moment, here and now, listening to whatever sound we might be able to hear, locating the breath, grounding the body, feeling the body, doing any movements that might support the body, and really focusing the awareness into the body and into the space around us, into the energy, thoughts, feelings, sensations, emotions, stories, patterns. Recently, I like to begin my day by coming to sit in presence before I plug into my phone or do too many things. As early as I can in the day, I like to make it to a comfortable space and look out the window and close my eyes, whatever feels natural. Not too strict of a meditation, just sitting and being, listening to what's happening inside of me, noticing all the ways that I might feel called to do things from a place of make that happen, don't fail here, don't go broke here, don't lose the love of this person here, all of these things. And just allowing myself to witness all the patterns and being with what is happening as I feel the emotions that are beneath all of these patterns, that many of these ways of doing that we are conditioned into are an avoidance of something underneath that is painful. For example, am I relentlessly hustling because deep down I feel like a failure? Am I, for example, exercising because I don't like myself? Noticing these motivations for the things that we might do, and what I'm practicing is not going with those impulses, because I dedicate this time in the morning to question when I get an impulse, is that an aversion to something that I want to prevent, or is that a calling? And if I'm not sure, I just wait. And then I hear things like, but what if I'm never inspired to do anything again? What if I go broke? What if? And so I enter into a deep process of acceptance of what is. Now, we're not aiming to go broke or to fail or any of these things. We're just releasing resistance to them and allowing whatever is here to be felt. And that I don't have to do anything to prevent myself from realizing the way that I feel. I'm allowed to realize the way that I feel. If I feel like a failure right now, it's okay, I'm allowed to feel like a failure. I'm actually allowed to fail. If I'm worried about my financial situation, I am allowed to feel scarcity. I am allowed to be broke. That's okay, you're loved even if you're broke. And it's to release resistance actually to the unwanted internal projection of a circumstance that we're trying to prevent, and to just allow ourselves to be loved the way that we are. And to learn the subtle difference between doing as an aversion to something unwanted, or being and practicing okayness with the way that it is, practicing allowing the way that it is, practicing being present with the way that it is, and waiting, being, stopping, pausing, and noticing the difference when I create a space like this, that new kinds of urges come. Because honestly, was the old way working anyway? No, not really for me. So where I really am, how I really am, is here and now. This is how it is. And from here, I don't know what is going to happen. I'm really more with what is happening. This is where my life is happening, here and now. This is where our power is, here and now. This is where our natural flow emerges from. This is where we hear our internal guidance system. So I'm practicing listening deeply. When I'm feeling triggered, being with that trigger and feeling beyond that to my being, to rest there, to hold the part of me that is in pain. I'm waiting until, if I receive an instruction to do something that's clear. To me, it feels bad to do something, to try to make something happen that keeps not working. To me, it feels better to allow myself to be, to allow taking care to be enough, to allow having fun to be enough, to ask for ideas of things that feel fulfilling for me to do in the moment, in and of itself. And that's the feeling I had coming for a while before this blog. I feel that when I know what to do, I'll be sure about it. And sure enough, as I practice this way of being, as you can see me doing on the screen, and I wait, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing in the morning, this easy meditation. And then I have an idea to film myself. So it's nothing miraculous. Everything can be miraculous. No, it's nothing strenuous or performative or forcing or hustling that I need to do. It's, how might it be to film this process that feels so natural to me? And to transmit this way of connecting with myself that feels meaningful. I like the idea of doing that. So let's do that. I have no idea how to do it or how it's gonna go. Let's just go about doing it and see what happens. Let's experiment. Doing from a natural place feels like an experiment, feels like play, feels like spontaneity. feels new. It's new to me to make healthy homemade vegan Twix bars. That's new to me. That's an experiment. I've no idea what I'm doing. Me and ChatGPT came up with a recipe, and here we go. Let's see how it goes. As I am recording this voiceover now, it's still in the freezer and I've not tried it yet, so I can't yet feedback about how it went. If I enjoy it, I'll share the recipe, and if not, perhaps I'll refine it and then I'll share it then, or maybe not, who knows. Anyway, the recipe itself is not the point of this video. This is what happened. This is an example of something new that called to me, a way I can experience having a food that feels pleasurable and also healthy at the same time. And silence is okay. It's not necessary to fill all of the space with language for the sake of talking. We can give space to the profundity and allow language to reveal itself in ways that are supportive for our well-being. Are we using language to push something away or avoid or escape from? Or are we using language to see, to express authenticity, to share meaning? What is the quality of the way that I'm using language right now? Am I regurgitating a habitual script, or am I sharing with another human being what's important for me in this moment? Am I doing the same thing that I do every day and I don't really know why I'm doing it? Or am I searching inside for what it is that I want to spend my moment doing or being? Am I being the way that feels natural for me? Or am I doing what I think I should do? Am I doing something so that something happens, or am I flowing as I feel called to and venturing deeper into the moment because this is what feels right for me? Am I blending caramel 73,000 times because it's a bit too thick for my little old blender? Yes. I felt it awesome to share the full unedited footage from me cooking today, to share the imperfection of it and the messiness of it, the backwards and forwards figuring it outness of it, the experimentation of it. So I invite us to take now some deep breaths to check in with the body and see if it needs any change of position, any water. Breathing. So, what is happening inside you right now? Is there a possibility that feels like it could support you to connect with who you really are and how you live that's unique for you and that is best for you, and that ultimately guides us back towards what's best for everyone and finding mutually beneficial possibilities. You can use my belief work process to support you with that if you like. Take care.